Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, September 30th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I show up for harmony with my inner fire. And today we have the new moon in Libra. And this moon is actually being called a black moon. And black moon is basically when you have two new moons in a month. So for most of us, Australia and Europe, you still benefit from this strong energy, I believe. But we are actually in the second new moon of this month. So, they like to say like once in a blue moon. Well, this is once in a black moon kind of energy. So it has this strong energy. I'm actually going to start with the Sabian symbol because I've been sitting with the Sabian symbol for a while around this moon and I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling it. And then it was like, bam, it came in. I was like, yes, this is the energy. So this new moon is happening at 8 degrees. 8 degrees is that Capricorn energy of showing up. So keep that in mind as I read the Sabian symbol for Libra, 8 degrees. A blazing fireplace in a deserted home. So, what finally came, because I was like, la-di-da, blazing fireplace in a deserted home, what is this? And as I've been doing my monthly readings for clients who have monthly readings, this strong energy of the goddess has been coming through with this energy in Libra, which is not a surprise. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus has a very goddessy aspect to herself. And so all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, this is what the Sabian symbol means. The fire, that is like our inner Shakti energy. Feminine energy is like this inner fire, this inner Shakti coming up from our lower chakras. And yet it's happening in a deserted home, which is basically our bodies, because many of us are existing in this more logical, rational, masculine place of the mind. And so this is asking us to show up, this new moon, asking us to show up and harmonize with our inner fires, with our inner feminine. This is for masculine and feminine. And then I've got to show you my cards. I got the card for it too. I got the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands, the sharing card. And here she is, sharing her light. Because right now there's a big push energetically for the feminine energy to come through. So that's one of the things that you can utilize in this black moon is the intention of letting your feminine fires, again, whether you're masculine or feminine, whether you're male or female or, anywhere on the scale, letting those energies come through because we all need them. That creative energy is blazing within us, asking for expression. And, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that kind of show us where we still are at with the state of the feminine. There are ads, certain presidential ads out there that are showing you what is still being said about the feminine, how it still is being suppressed based on outside energy. So this is an opportunity to cultivate that inner energy. So in your intention setting, set the intention to show up, to use that Capricorn energy of the 8 to bring forth and be responsible, respond to your feminine energy, which is wanting to come forward in this new moon energy. So, I'm excited about this new moon. Feels good to me now that I really understand that. The moon, before it reaches that point, it's actually going to meet with the masculine energy. We're going to have the moon square Mars in Capricorn at 2 degrees. But here, this is the thing. This may show you any resistance that comes up. There may be some of that mental resistance going on. I can't do this. It hasn't been done that way. I'm afraid to let myself show up in that way. The card that I have alongside the Queen of Wands is actually the Rebel card. And there you see this masculine energy breaking through the chains. And in order for us as feminine energies to be able to break forth the feminine within us and bring it forth into the world, we have to utilize our own inner masculine energy to break through those chains and break through, the energies that we've cultivated here about why we're not good enough and why we may be killed or silenced or any of those things that still hinder many of us from fully bringing forth our energy. What I love is the moon is then going to meet up with Jupiter, and this is happening at that 4 degree, that energy of revolution, evolution, shift. So Jupiter is helping us in this breakthrough. If we can believe in ourselves, if we can harmonize within ourselves, This is a cue to not look for that harmony out there, but to break the mold and find this inner state of peace and harmony within yourself. Harmony in the oneness and in the fires within you. We have the moon, the new moon, happening at 5:11 p.m. Pacific time. So the new moon will, be in the evening. And even though it's not traditional to howl at the new moon, I highly recommend you let your feminine wild beast come up and howl at this moon. Show up for the feminine, show up for the masculine too. Let the masculine show up within you as you break through for the feminine. So part of the way the masculine would even show up is like, yeah, I'm going to break through that restriction energy within myself, and I am going to howl at the seemingly empty sky, but it's not empty. It is full of powerful energies. The final connections that we have is the moon connecting to Neptune. This is actually going to be in conjunct Neptune, so there's an element of the mystical coming in with this new moon. Let the mystical come in, and this mystical may even be just the goddess coming into you, through you. So be listening for the goddess talking to you. And then a connection to Saturn. Saturn, 11 degrees, Sagittarius. This may be shifting some of your beliefs about your feminine energy, whether you're male or female, and letting it come forward. So pay attention to any of these beliefs that pop up and any ways that you could potentially heal, shift, and elevate your thinking around yourself. And I got to tell you, before I finish and show you the rest of my cards, I was dancing around to the song Firewoman by The Cult before this, and that definitely brought forward the inner fire. So I suggest, if you are wanting to stir any of this energy within you, I suggest that. Not necessarily that song, but I definitely suggest dancing, because we came to share our fire, and it's time for those houses, that fireplace, not to be deserted anymore, but rather fed and enlivened and brought forward, because it is the light that the world needs at this time. It is the light that the world needs at this time. We are the world. We are all responsible for the state of the world right now. And you are responsible for your energy in it. And you are responsible for your harmony in it. Let go of this energy, this mind energy that's holding you back. So, I got a cool card from the Universal Love deck. I was like, give me the goddess. The universe is like, okay. So I pulled the goddess card, and it says creativity, intuition, reflection, and right there is the moon, right there with the goddess. Let the power of the moon fill you up. Let the power of the moon, just as it moves the tides, let it stir your inner fires and help you bring forth what it is that you are wanting to create in your life. Because this is the birth of something as we set these intentions. And look at this Phoenix energy. We've been needing this Phoenix energy. So here we come, birthing from this spark of creativity, this spark that comes from your inner fire. And from that, I've got the Gabriel card, benediction. And it says, Gabriel wishes you to know that many blessings are sent to you from the angelic kingdom. Yield to this. Don't resist. Let go. The joy and love you will receive flow directly from source, and it will surpass anything you may experience. These feelings are virtues that will be received in the holy instant of benediction. The angel's service is to be a loving conduit for the divine, lifting away any challenge you may experience. Surrender any grip of fear, and your blessings will accrue. And it also says, say a prayer, like, funny enough, Hail Mary, full of grace. So even here, calling in the feminine energy. Even in this card, call in the feminine to help you light these fires in this new moon. Set that intention in this energy. So that's it for today. If you would like a reading, you can go book one at GaiaBlooming.com, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.